Welcome everyone to the Soul Station here with the Spearitual Bee. We're going to jump right on into our subject matter, and the subject matter for this session 2, lesson 1 is hate. So as we go into the subject, I just want you to know these are introductory. That's what I'm going to label it as, introductory scriptures, okay? Because we're going to use the Bible as our main manual, okay? It's an incredible book, and it's one worthy of study. So we're going to start these introductory scriptures, okay, that are going to prepare you for next lessons, okay, for the next session lessons, okay. So we're going to go ahead and start with Proverbs 26, verses 24 through 26. You can have a Bible, you may not, but you may want to jot them down and study this stuff on your own time. We are on the subject of hate. Now, we started with love, the beginning of the sessions, okay? And now we're kind of shifting to hate, okay? And we're not really done with love. That's just me introducing the subject matter. Okay, so Proverbs 26, 24 through 26 says, "He that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation." Okay, so this is dealing with a type of attitude, right? A kind of thinking when it comes to hate. This is what hate does. The Bible said it dissembles, it breaks things up, right? Right, that's what and people we know use hate for that very reason. So we're going to shift on over to the Gill order, which is God is love, right? We talked about that in the first session, and we're going to Amos, the book of Amos 5, and that's in the Old Testament. Amos 5, verses 14 and 15, okay? "Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord, the God of hosts, shall be with you as you have spoken. Hate the evil and love the good." And it goes on to talk about something else, but I think it's just good enough to start there. Hate the evil and love the good. Now we're going to switch back to Proverbs 6, okay? And that's still in the Old Testament, Proverbs 6. And maybe we'll have a study session where I can give you a way that we learn the books of the Bible. It'll help you so you can comb through the book more swiftly, if that's your interest, okay? So Proverbs 6, 16 through 19, again, you may want to write these down and study these later. "These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among the brethren." Again, dissembling in the end, right? 6 things they said he hates. The sages said he hates, but 7. You got all 7 of them. You just an abomination according to the Bible. Let's go to Leviticus 19. We're still talking about the Gill order, okay? God is love. Leviticus 19. Okay, and we're going to do verses 17 and 18. The Gill order. "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord." Okay. So we're dealing with close relationships, things that we consider bonds, right? Things that we really can't help who our brother and sister is, right? But you get them in an order. according to the Bible, to love your brother in your heart. And then it says, and don't rebuke your neighbor. Don't try to correct your neighbor. They're doing hateful things. That's not your job. And I think many of us have had that experience where we didn't have the best neighbor, and you may respond in a way to correct it. But again, that's not your position as a Bible believer, okay? I'm saying as a Bible believer. Because God is the avenger, right? All right. Let's go to Proverbs 8 and 13. And we're going to close out on guild order for now. Because it's a lot of scriptures, believe it or not, about hate. But see, we're just trying to discover this thing called hate. Why do people say we shouldn't hate? Why shouldn't we hate? Do you even know what it means? Okay. 8 and 13 says, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. We're talking about God, the Most High, the one up in heaven, that one everybody looking to. But we're being told we should not hate, that hate is wrong, then why does it exist? Right? Because I believe in polarities. There can be no love if there is no hate, because the two help you understand the other, right? And then it said, what got me, because we know the meaning of pride, arrogancy. Arrogancy is somebody who thinks I know it all. They got all the answers. They know everything. No room for discovery. And the evil way. Well, we just talked about the 7 abominations, okay? But then it says the forward mouth do I hate. I think a lot of us feel like somebody that's a contradiction or a hypocrite is a big problem for people. And there's somebody that says one thing and do another, a forward mouth. They're just a contradiction. Nothing never adds up. So how would heaven even know what to do with you? You know what I'm saying? So let's switch on over to the Lu order. And these are all coming this week from the New Testament. We're going to 1 John, and because we discovered 1 John in the other sessions, this way in the back. You know what I'm saying? You got St. John. Okay, but then you have the epistles of John. Now, with the epistles of John, I believe, Jesus was already gone. Okay, so he's a disciple, writing about other disciples, I believe. So we got 1 John 2, 9 through 11. We are speaking about hate. And we are speaking of the Lu order, the love of us. Remember that? L-O-U. He that said that he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness, even unto now. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him. But he that hateth his brother is in the darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes. What is that darkness? There go that hate right there. Is in that darkness, right? Now let's go to 1 John 3:15. Just flip right on to the next chapter. And we're going to first epistle of John 3:15. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. You know what this reminded me of? Cain and Abel. And we're going to be dabbling with that too, okay? Because there's some mysteries behind that. But whosoever hated his brother is a murderer. I can identify with this description, because when you hate something, you think about how to get rid of it. It doesn't always have to be, there's different ways to murder a person. You can break their heart. People say their heart has been so broken, like it's unrepairable. They just feel like bang bang, that you just shot me dead. I don't even feel alive anymore. Because to me, that's what hate does. It steals your life, as it just so eloquently was put in the other scripture. And you don't have no life in you when you full of this feeling. Okay? So let's go to chapter 4, the next one, and go to verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, whom he has not seen? And everything is going back to that core scripture of those 7 abominations, and also to Proverbs 26, 24 through 26. For this session, I am asking you to take a moment, take some study time, get your paper and pencil, get your Bible, get your highlighter, and begin to brainstorm this particular subject, this word hate. It's all about defining it for yourself so you can live a more elevated life. What is hate to you? Write that word down in the center of some paper and just brainstorm what you think. Words. Just come up with words. And then out of those words, we're going to try to define what it is, which will be coming up in our next session. So there will be no board activity this week, and I'm going to leave it here. And I want to thank you so much for tuning into the Soul Station here with the Spearitual Bee for a spiritual perspective. I hope to see you for the next one. Until then, let truth be your happiness and your healing. Next time. Hey, what's up? Capricorn, yes. Master teachers and future gurus, welcome to the Soul Station here at Spirit Vibes, or the Spirit Vibes portion of the Soul Station. Okay, it's so much to me. Okay, my baby is she's just multi-talented. All right, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stepping in. Thank you so much for your views from week to week to month. I can't wait to get back to the weekly forecast. But I hope that you enjoyed your lesson. We opened up a very important subject, so I hope you take it to heart. Next week, we're going to dabble a little deeper, so make sure you tune in and make sure that you thumbs up this video. It is part of the support, and it does help the station, so please support. I think it's worthy, okay? I'm one of the hardest working spiritualists in Tarot country, and all I'm asking you for is a little support. So thumbs it up right now, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the lesson, because I think it's necessary. Okay, I do. I think it's necessary. So let's get going. Master teachers and future gurus for the month of September. What are you lined up with planetary wise? What's going on? You have the Pentacles of Diamonds and Mercury. Okay. Pentacles of Diamonds and Mercury. Oh, and then you got Pentacles again in Uranus. Okay, it's your external energy. 17 may be of significance. 1 or 7 may be of significance. That may be the time of the month. The first of the month, the 7th of the month, the 17th of the month. I don't know. It could be 17th may be your birthday number, your favorite number. I don't know. But it's here. And it's standing out. And I see a lot of shocking, surprising communications. You know, plans that may really pan out. Meaning that you follow through. Okay? You're able to put plans to rest. You're able to say, okay, that's done until the next time. You complete tasks. Okay? Your to-do list. Okay? You follow through everything this month. Okay? You are totally complete to the point where you can take that breather. Okay? I see you executing well. You're very mental this month. You're going to get a lot of answers, you know, a lot of that's right, revelations and recalls that come back to you so that you can complete whatever these plans are, whatever your aims, your goals, your dreams, I don't know if they made for you, if you're making them together with someone else, it doesn't matter. I'm hearing some of you maybe this is intuitive clairvoyantly, but it's going to be talks of marriage here for somebody. I don't know if there's talks of marriage. There's going to be an engagement if you're not already engaged. It's here. It's going to be kind of surprising, probably for the feminine, I'm sure, because this feels very masculine. This energy feels very strong and very masculine to me. So that's what I'm getting right now in terms of what's lined up. This may be sudden. Almost like somebody may be like, it's you want to get married? Let's get married. It's not like, I don't know where you met this person, if you've been knowing this person, but it feels sudden. Very sudden. Like out of the blue. I don't know if they're just going to ask you out of the blue. Like, oh, you know what it puts me in the mind of? Malcolm X. Remember when he called Betty up just out of nowhere and just kind of like out of nowhere asked if you want to go to get married? It's like that. It's not romantic, but it's genuine and heartfelt and probably something you've been waiting on, really. But it just comes when you least expect it, So let's see what your moon energies are for this month. Okay, so it's 4 master teachers for your gurus, external, internal energies, please. What's going on? You have the waning moon, external energy, okay? Internally, you have the hare. You got that rabbit, okay? Yeah. I can tell you now, new beginnings. It's auspicious. This is good. It's like, didn't I tell you that? So it might be that marriage. Or maybe it's a business marriage. Maybe it's business and marriage. I don't know. But internally, let go of that which is causing you inner turmoil. Now is the time for casting away emotions that no longer serve you. Maybe you're nervous about marriage or commitment or the plans that you have, Maybe they're taking off. Maybe there's surprisingly something that's happening with your entrepreneur, self-employed plans that you didn't see coming. Because something's new this month. It's like a change comes. And it's probably in the home. Even if it's the workplace. Because I can see a lot of workplaces like home as well. I don't know about you, but I do. Let's get started with these cards. You have a bronze status reading coming. So it's not a lot of cards that we're going to be pulling right now. Maybe on your follow-up, depending on your views, we can pull more energies and see what's going on, make it a little bit more clear, That's the beauty behind the views. Okay, so she got the 4 of Swords here, 9 of Cups, the Emperor, and the reverse Ace of Swords this month. Your underlying energy is the 2 of Cups. I told you. I believe somebody get ready to be proposed to. But it could be a business proposal. Let's work together. Let's do something. More than likely, this is definitely a soulmate. Somebody you feel very connected to. Okay? Now, it doesn't have to be one that's sensual. But it's intimate. It's one that's of intimacy. And if it's not, it will be because of the closeness. This is being close. Okay? Yeah. So I see you very focused on your aims and goals this month. You want to establish something strong. You want to establish something that'll last forever. Okay? You may be watching a lot of this online. You may be studying this online. You may be watching it while you're laying back. You know what I'm saying? Taking all of that in, what you're learning. Okay? Or information that you gather from, say, a presentation or attending an orientation of some type. That could be school, that could be work, but it looks more like work. Some of you are considering, some of you, this is dealing with the military, but some of you are considering entering the military. Major change, but it's an auspicious new beginning. And you are reviewing material on people's experiences in the military. Really thinking about that. I'm hearing dead. Maybe you're thinking about death. You are a military person. That is something to consider. We could have war at any time. You know what I'm saying? But that's for somebody. But I see that you really meditated on something. I don't know if this is an idea that you have thought of that manifests in front of your eyes, or you giving something some thought that you feel you can do, that you can establish for yourself. And maybe you need some help. Maybe someone reached out to you and you giving it some thought. You know what I'm saying? You giving it some real thought. You tapping in, you questioning God, like, is this for me? This is for real, Because somebody really wants to be on top anyway. Somebody want to be, y'all ain't right. Want to be the king. Want to be the boss. Want to be the man. I'm hearing strong will. But you liked it, whatever I'm hearing checks, checks. You think about checks, you think about credit cards, looking at different companies and ads that come through about how to accept cash. And maybe this is something, maybe a master class where they're teaching you how to upgrade your business, what devices you can use, programs or whatever that help you establish your business, make it strong. For some of you, this is about focusing on making money in your sleep, literally. You want a major change, because when I see you, because you want to rest. 7 is about rest. You want a major change. You're thinking about how to make money while you sleep. Okay? You don't want to be doing no 9 to 5 all the time. You want to make money in your sleep. You don't want to be physical, and you're trying to learn all of this. Okay? So you may be reaching out to these people online. Taking them class courses, because I do see some financial consideration in this energy. Thinking about paying for the knowledge, which is rightfully so. Education is not free. You got to pay for knowledge. You got to buy your books. You got to pay your teachers and your coaches. You know what I'm saying? And that may be part of the plan. Being coached, being taught. Okay? But you're very fertile. You have a very fertile mind. Okay, did I say I felt a lot of masculine energy before I even laid down these cards? Look at all this masculine energy. Some strong, some sweet, some in the middle, you know what I'm saying? And I just mean that in terms of temperament and mind, Gentile and strong. And I feel like that's what a masculine wants to be. He wants to be a strong, but he wants to be gentle at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is a feminine who's thinking about a masculine like that. I want him to be strong, but I want him to be gentle too. I want him to be kind. I want him to know when to say yes, know when to say no. Know, be strong on the outside, gentle on the inside. A lot of times that's the emperor. Or it's vice versa. He may be gentle on the outside and very strong on the inside. Okay? It's like the emperor has kind of like and it doesn't matter to me what dimension he's on. Not everybody's in the 5th and rising to 6th dimension. Some of us are still in our lower parts, but it doesn't change the fact that there is a type of a masculine feminine balance in the emperor, just like it is the empress. They use it according to what needs to be done. But sometimes the Empress got to pull out her masculine energy. She got to do, you know, what needs to be done that maybe require masculine thought, you know, masculine action. But I see you communicating these plans, and I really feel like some of you, this is a business proposal, a marriage proposal, or you putting them together, you binding it together. You just feel it's best. Not all the cards are here. I'm just feeling that. Others, you are taking into account how to make money in your sleep or how to establish yourself strong through these lessons, these master classes, or these things that you study online. Some of you are really called on, you at the place where you're trying to learn different ways of taking money. Now, what I mean by that, not just Square, not just Cash App, not just your PayPal type of stuff, but you at the point where you're trying to figure out how to accept cryptocurrency types. So I don't know where you are in the world. That's new to you. You at that plateau. You're at that plateau. You're building strong. You're establishing yourself strong, because you know that stuff gonna be ongoing. It's forever. You see the future. You know, and you doing a construct. You constructing your life, and you trying to decide basically your plans, who you want in it. You know what I'm saying? Even maybe some of you checking out your competition, because I have the sword in reverse here, the page of sword in reverse, and that's checking back and forth, checking back here, checking back there, you know. For some of you, this is coming through communication about some plans, and you're checking back, waiting on a response, okay? Or they're checking back, waiting on your response. You know, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know, what you gonna do? What you gonna make of these plans, of this construct, of this establishment? Because whatever it is, whatever you building, whomever I'm speaking with, your stuff is a legacy. It's forever. It's forever. Unless, you know, someone comes into the family and destroys it. Usually it's an outsider. Usually somebody who marries in, you know. So, you know, but the promise is here for a strong foundation that can last forever. Your name will still ring forever. You know, I'm hearing Gucci. If y'all know anything about that story, the Gucci's, they don't own their wealth, but their name still reigns forever. The shareholders own Gucci. The Gucci family does not. They lost it. And it has something to do with one of the Gucci sons marrying somebody that the parents did not want him to marry. Not that she was a bad person, but money changes feelings. It changes people's thoughts. It makes people who once loved you forget about the love, because they want the life. I don't know why you had to get that, but I have to speak clairvoyantly the truth. Whatever it is the source want me to get out, it's your story. It's for you. Okay? So yeah, this may come by surprise too. But somebody's checking back. Or you or someone is wondering if you're checking back. But somebody is checking back. I don't know if they're checking back to see if you replied, you respond, if you home. Because like I said, we only have so many energies here. You summed up as socks, so you seem real cozy and chilled and comfortable and relaxed this month, okay? Laid back. The initial T, or maybe a T, I also see like a necklace, the cross. So little T may be insignificant to you, and she's pointing you to the written word for this month. So this is for the month of September, and remember that I'll be bringing you a follow-up in a couple of weeks, okay? But I can't wait to get back to the weeklies. I like those better, but source, I got a lot going on until that stuff dies down. You know, my energy is everywhere. If you have not thumbs up this video, can you do that now? And leave some comments about the lessons too. Okay, don't be scared. What's up? Source, master teachers, future gurus. Okay, it says all of humanity is living in a dream world, but suffering real consequences. I am no fabrication. It's right here in ink, and that's the great Lauren Hill. If you want to know who you are and how you feel about yourself, take a look at your environment. And that's Mary J. Blige just underlining that. It may apply, it may not. But I'm going to leave it here. And I want to thank you so much, Master Teachers and Future Gurus, for tuning into the Soul Station here at the Spearitual Bee production. I can't wait to bring you another one. But until then, work it out. Okay? Hotel and one love.